party decided what they were going to do after leaving and battling the large death monstrosities in the tomb. They looted some items and had some strange dreams and awoke from those dreams to find new abilities, new powers, and new chances in the world. They were told of a riddle for their next spot to find these dreams. The riddle went as such: past the old hamlet of the old Jarl, deep in the mountains dwelled a coven of dreamers. The king of cinder corrupted and destroyed himself, and now dreams have turned to cinder and slag. After this, the party left, went back to Kemner, rested in a tavern, bought some horses, enjoyed themselves, engorged themselves slightly, and decided to make their way towards Taivas in search of new opportunities and new adventure. It would take them out of the way of their next destination, as they figured out that the riddle probably wants them to go to Yalwick, a town to the northeast direction. So, the party, through horse and rowboat, made their way northward. Once near the mountains in the sheer waterfall cliffs, they used their rowboat to take their horses across and continued without rowboat up the side of the mountains through cliffs and small mountain passages. They eventually found themselves at a tower built out of stone, built into the mere wall of the mountain itself.
Oh, by the way, that background noise I hear, I think it's definitely Connor because I see it lighting up in sync with his stuff.
Oh, it might.
Oh, let me turn my tolerance up.
Because I like
still hear it.
myself when I did test my audio and all you heard was Connor.
Is that better?
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Yeah. I hear
No,
Jake's like.
for me, it's Jake because I just turned.
Well, no,
user
there's like
volume
very,
up
there's
on
very,
Jake.
it's very slight on Jake. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Mine's
Jake-
slight, but Connor's Connor's was the deafening one.
Yeah. So, you all at this gate to Taivas met a few interesting individuals. One who seemed to take a liking of you was named Chosel. He let you in and began to take you into the town. From there, you saw what Taivas looked like. Essentially, Taivas hugs a fairly small cliffside of this tall mountain. The peak extends maybe 100 feet away from all of you, and you all are extended on this cliffside. To the left, right as you get into the town, walking along the cliffside pathways up into the town, there's a series of docks currently empty, devoid of any ships, but extending out off the cliffside, hanging hundreds of feet in the air. Past that, you see the homes begin to pop up, and there seems to be a central road that winds its way through Taivas. Houses on the left and right side. It seems to almost pinch into the cliff as it extends outward. But this is a small village, nothing more than maybe 100 houses. As they tend to just follow this single road, pinch together, and then moves across the cliffside. So it almost as if you were to look from an overhead view, two roads kind of meet in this middle, and then there's the jut of the cliff as it ends and begins to shift in another direction. The area itself is fairly beautiful. You note the trees here seem to almost be ever red and orange and yellow, as this space seems almost like it's in an eternal state of fall. Leaves cover the ground and the road, and where it is not cleaned up, you do hear hefty crunches as the leaves break against your boots as you keep moving your way through. another thing you notice, and probably the main thing you notice, is just to the northeast of town. As you know, the town kind of hugs the cliffside. Um, on the opposite side of the street, away from the cliffside, there's a row of houses, and beyond them, by merely 20, 30 feet, is a large open space that leads up to where the mountain peak again picks up greatly and almost extends, jutting into the sky another 100 feet or so. About 40 feet tall and 30 feet wide, is a massive cave mouth that it seems to just encompass the very point where the mountains jut back up into the sky. And just before that cave mouth, maybe about 20 feet away, a 30-foot diameter, twirling, spinning sphere of wind and storm and lightning seems to just twist and move. It only hovers maybe about 6 feet out of this central 30-foot hole that seems to be encompassed around, but it is spinning and swirling and angry at all moments. You also note, between the town and this strange spinning portal in the cave, there is a series of glowing blue runes covered on rocks that almost like seem to light up the space around this portal. Chosel begins taking you all into town further and further. You see different individuals are currently, you see young individuals playing. You see a couple of them, what seems to be, two kids, maybe around 13 and maybe 12 years old, like fairly young, are currently chasing each other, playing tag. You see one of the kids, as he's running towards a house, you see he extends his arm as wind seems to shoot up from behind him, and he soars over the house. You see the other individual does it as well, and they both go soaring over the house as the game of tag continues. You see many different folks here. Kemner would seem like a human village. This is varied. You see, many tall individuals as well. Most of the people here tend to be Goliaths of some type. You see a couple of furbolgs walking throughout the space. You see elves, half-elves, a couple humans, and a couple dwarves. Gnomes, and all manner of peoples. This is a very mixed and eccentric community. What's everyone's passive perceptions?
I'm sorry, can you set the setting again?
Again?
No, my passive perception is
My
11.
I think
I have to.
Q has like Q's passive perception is 16.
Okay.
Where do you see passive perception again?
Passive perception is going to be underneath, basically, it's like right underneath your skills.
Oh, I'm 10.
Yeah, 10? Okay. So,
Jared, what about you?
yeah, what's Jared's? Jared's might be high. It's
I don't know
underneath,
where I'm looking.
it's underneath your
said-
skills.
It's under skills.
So you said underneath my skills?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
where it
where,
says skills,
where it shows
says
your
passive
skills.
perception.
Yeah,
And
it's,
like-
I think
Passive wisdom.
passive
16 is the
wisdom
highest.
perception is 13.
13? Okay.
Yes, I think 16 is the highest though.
Okay. So Jared and Q, both of your characters, Skiffle and Trefor, are the only two to notice. As you're currently walking through the town, there's a couple individuals who seem to like some type of guards. You see, they wear like nice flowing, like leather clothes. They seem like none of these individuals are wearing heavy armor of any type. But they carry like heavy staves, or like light dexterous weapons. Both of you also notice, however, just off in the distance, barely visible on the edge of the horizon, you see what appears to be ducking in and out of clouds, large, looks like ships sailing through the sky. Not too large. They're like maybe like small schoon type vessels. But they just seem to be lightly ducking in and out of the sky. You also note hanging out almost exactly like maybe halfway between, this space you're walking upon and the top of the very top of the mountain where you see the actual snow-covered cap of it. Currently hanging out on a couple of the cliff sides, you see what seems to be, three Goliaths currently walking along the very edge cliffside, and they seem to be holding what seems to be almost winged staffs with these almost like leather-like protrusions. It looks almost like avatar gliders, essentially.
Jerry, this is your opportunity to use those wings and make one of those.
Um,
I'm not kidding. I'm being very serious.
So, as you all are being, escorted through this space, you see Chosel kind of turns around and talks to you. Welcome to Taivas. We don't really have a place for you all to sleep, but I'm going to take you to essentially our leader here. His name
That
is
was fast.
Castian.
Holy shit.
I say aye. Well, thank you.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Cassian.
You continue down this main road a little bit a ways, and you start to note probably the largest house of all the houses here. Exactly where the two roads would meet in the center, and where the cliffside would meet its almost natural jut outwards into the expanse below. There is a single long house. It's maybe about only 20 feet wide, but it seems to extend maybe 50, 60 feet. It's fairly sizable. And you see a single well-carved door with some soft, almost like glass that you cannot see through. It's it's etched, and you can see light emanating from within the building.
Okay.
Give me a moment, and he kind of walks over. You see there are a couple. You see a Goliath and a gnome guard are currently standing outside. They talk for a few moments, and you see Chosel is let inside. About a minute or two, he walks out, and you see another individual walks out with him. You see a impressively tall elven man, standing about 6 foot tall. You see very sharp ears, long brown hair. He has a touch of very soft-looking eyes. As he appears probably middle-aged for an elf. He wears, fine, loose-fitting clothes that seem to almost sway with the wind as he walks out. Kind of walks over to you all. Hello, my name is Castian Delkspa. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. Can I have your names?
I am Toto.
Sure.
Toto. He'll reach out his hand.
I shake his hand with a firm grasp.
I say, I am Sir Vladimir Drakova. I shake out. I reach my hand out, shake his hand.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Are you a knight?
Aye, I am.
It's a pleasure to meet a knight up here. We don't get many of you folks up in the mountains. How about
Really?
you? He begins to move on to the next person to introduce themselves.
Trevor would introduce himself.
Trevor.
Okay. He shakes Trevor's hand.
Doggo. I'm Skiffle Flock. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
My character stays quiet.
I say, oh, this is our compatriot. He has damage to his vocal cords, so he normally
Untrue,
doesn't
but
talk
yes.
much unless he's able. Oh, so do you talk for that? Oh, okay, yeah.
No, I'm.
I'm just lying, is what I'm doing.
Oh.
He has damage to his vocal cords. But his name is Sir Johannes.
Okay. Do you want to make a deception check?
Me or Nate?
Me?
Nate.
Because
Yeah.
Nate's lying. Yeah.
Yeah, Nate's lying.
Why?
Because you're lying.
You're lying.
Is it that hard to be like? How would he know? Like, I'm not
That's
gonna
the
start
point.
laughing.
He's a high-ranking
Alright.
power. I could
Argue
do
with
like
the
You
DM.
know,
Just
do it,
this
just do
this
it.
this individual, he seems very nice on the surface,
Dustin, I want to do a
He
scouter
seems
check.
like
Let me
he's-
see how
he's-
strong he is.
He's scouring
Yeah.
all of
I'll
you.
make it
He's
a I'll
judging
make it
all
a
of you
seven.
based on everything.
All right,
you
there
roll.
goes my deception
All right,
check.
time out, time
I
out.
got a 20.
Dustin, I
Yeah,
want to do
from
my
where?
secret skill of my I want to pull out my scouter, which is just my eyes. I want to know how strong this man is.
Make an insight check.
Love insight
Wait,
checks.
where did you?
I
roll?
feel like this should actually be one of my skills because I do it way too much.
Nate, I don't think you rolled.
I think it's like my animal
I-
instincts to know how
no, I
strong
rolled a
someone
2
is.
GM, my mistake. Dustin saw my
Insight,
roll,
insight.
though. I got a 20. That's what I got.
It's alphabetical.
I'm autistic.
That comes before
Yeah,
it
you are.
too. Yeah. Anyways,
I got a 10, so just tell me it's basic.
well,
Basic?
Dustin, I got a 20. So do I deceive him? Does he believe that his vocal cords are injured? He doesn't talk much.
Give me a moment.
It doesn't work.
Me and a more.
If it doesn't
Just
work,
goes,
then I'm gonna.
"Ah."
All right, I don't know, dude.
Well,
The
he
dude's
might just gain
antisocial.
It's
suspicion.
fine.
He
I'll
might just gain
I
suspicion. That's
I
it.
just won't talk. I don't have to talk to him.
It's just a hassle. God, why can't you be normal?
Just so you know,
Like
he
a
kind
parrot.
of looks at you. He's looking at all of you up and down.
Mhm.
But he doesn't seem to react to what you're saying to him with your lie that you told him. You don't think he, broke through
Suspects.
that. But he kind of looks over all of you as he's softly talking to you. Looking at him, he seems, fairly strong. Jared,
Mhm.
he's not a weak individual.
By any means.
He stands tall. He stands, he's not really worried about any of you, it would seem. And you do note that he is armed.
I cast Eldritch Blast.
No.
Okay.
What is he armed with?
Let me get this.
I think we do have to talk about my wingdings though, at some point.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
He seems to have a scimitar.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, he's a
Alright.
scimitar, you said?
Yeah.
That's
What's
I say. Oh wait.
what's his place in the village again?
He seems to be somewhat of a leader of some type. But as he kind of inspects all of you as you say your names to him.
It's probably a general, some sort.
Like I said, I'm casting Delkspa. I'm kind of like a spiritual guide here. But I'm not the true leader here. She's currently away. But
Yes, the sorcerer, right?
Yes, but you know that.
you know Aurora.
We saw her actually. Last we saw
Really?
her, she was heading west towards
Kemner from the island to the lake.
walking in the air.
Really? That's
She seemed in good health.
that's good to know. Honestly. Oh, we haven't seen her in years. She left about 5 years ago.
Aye.
So
Oh,
Christ.
yeah.
We just happened to be passing through town as we make our way deeper into the mountains on our journey, and we were wondering what services or goods Taivas hold.
Well, we don't have much here. We're
That's a bull fucking lie.
fiercely independent people. But we can see what we can cook up for all of you.
Cook up.
You do note as the sun is beginning to set. Kind of looks off. First off, let's get you all settled. We don't have a general place for travelers to sleep, but the long hall is often opened up for new individuals to come and stay. I
Much appreciated.
I was just about to um, host a small get together with a few individuals in town, but that can wait, and we can still use the food to have a get to know each other. Uh, you know, I'll cook some food for all of you, and we can talk.
They're gonna
Um,
poison us.
Please, come on in. And he begins walking back to the long hall, opens it up, and you see immediately a small, fairly small room. It's only 20 feet wide by 20 feet in length. A fire pit in the middle, and you see, benches on the outside. This seems to be like a small meeting chamber, but also a place where people can come, sit down, and um, kind of enjoy themselves. It is kind of indented into the ground, so the fire pit's in the center, and it's almost like benches outward. Um,
Hmm.
and you do see he kind of walks in. There's a spit above the fire. As you know, it's currently soft coals right now, but he goes and takes a couple logs and puts it on, jams it into the coals, and you see the soft firelight begins to light the room ever so more. Please sit.
I'll look around the room and try to match the etiquette of the people who live there.
Yeah. You see, the two guards who are on the outside kind of walk in as well. They just take seats on the edge. Well, the gnome takes a seat on the edge. You see the Goliath begins walking over to the side of the room and begins opening what seems to be like almost like ground storage. You see he kind of opens up this spot of stone, and they pull out what seems to be a small, like not small, like a medium-sized pig that they've probably been storing for a little bit. And they take it. You see, he begins setting the spit. You see, Castian himself actually will help him put it on the spit. They begin, um, you know, getting some different herbs and stuff and start glazing it. Um, so, you are you all adventurers then?
Aye, that we
In a
are.
way.
Ah,
From different backgrounds we all come, but something brought us together.
interesting. Well, I've met a few adventurers in my time. Um, Many of them come from the other planar gates. Typically visitors.
Planar gates, you say?
Yes, Taivas is one of them.
Taivas is a planar gate.
Yes. Also, many individuals who just want to explore the outer reaches.
Ah,
Um,
the thunderous whirlpool.
yes, it's the portal to the air elemental plane. Sadly, it's been locked for the past 5 years. No one is able to enter it, but
Hmm.
Out that
I-
attitude.
I've seen my fair share of people go in. I've gone in myself, actually.
I guess that explains your people's affinity with the air.
Yes, we are deeply tied to the element of air, storms, and things of that nature.
May I ask what other gates are around these lands? I wasn't aware.
The other gates aren't on this continent.
Ah.
Um, it's a strange history. Truth be told, we don't know too much about them. There's some evidence from the other gates that, um, and partly from this one as well, that there's the gates aren't natural to this world. Something, you know, else formed them. And the fact that we are able, a specific few of us, have the capability to learn to harness and control the in and outflow of the gates draws evidence from a higher power that these gates were
This is
made
what
from
we
something
say
else.
about the dreams.
Real quick though, I'm gonna peer into Connor's head and I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna say, Dodo. No, just kidding, Dodo. Toto, ask if these gates are connected to each gate. I'm trying to say, can we teleport to a different continent via this gate? Basically, I'm not gonna roleplay it right now.
I think back to the voice of Johannes. And I explained to him how planes work,
Oh,
and that's not how that works.
damn.
Yeah.
Um,
I knew that. I knew that.
so your previous leader, I assume she could control the gate, maybe? Shot in the dark.
Probably doesn't know, to be honest.
Yes. Aurora could control the gate.
Oh.
She's actually Aurora is my daughter. Before her, my wife was the previous.
Let's kill her father. Fuck her.
Or Realis.
but she says
Sorry.
well, he says my wife was the previous Taivas.
Okay.
I do have a quick question though. I'm certain that you, being this hub and have people from all over, by chance would you happen to have any better mapping of this continent or other areas surrounding the seas around here? And I show him the map that I've currently created so far.
Personally, we are not too big into the maps of the outer areas. We've done some cartography work for the Kingdom of Kalos, extending their knowledge of the surrounding desert, but nothing too advanced. Nothing they.
If you have any more for the desert on this one, I would be very interested if I could see these maps or any of this knowledge to possibly add to our own.
Yes. I'll go and fetch that for you. And he heads off and goes seemingly further into the house.
As he does this, I say to everyone, this seems to be going swimmingly.
Pretty hospitable people.
I'm scared of them.
Something
At this
wrong.
point, I get the feeling that they're actually gonna like murder us or something.
Something
Why?
wrong.
I don't
That's
think they're
why.
gonna kill us.
I'm getting like
I think they're being.
I'm
Peaceful
feeling
people
a
of the
little bit
land. What are you
murderous
talking
intent.
about?
I'm feeling a little murderous intent, bros. I'm just saying.
They're just being wonderful. I
They're
don't
gonna
Tranquil
lock
people.
us in a room. They're gonna gas us, and then we're fucked.
Don't. You can't say that. He's on Twitch,
Oh.
bro.
No, you can swear on Twitch.
No, he said gases, bro.
Yeah, you can't say that.
So
I can't
if
say
you look just south
No,
of
you can't. Sorry.
Moving on.
just south, you can see this map. He can't.
Ah.
He pulls. He comes back, pulls out a map, and just shows. This is the north of the continent. We don't often travel to the city states up into the north. They aren't
Really?
very important.
Mm.
They're fiercely independent. They do not like the Kingdom of Kalos whatsoever. Every attempt to invade has always been met with
Swift defeat.
hit and run tactics.
So they're divided by more than just terrain.
Yes.
I'd say to him, would you mind if I copied this onto our extending map currently?
Not at all. I will
Alright.
say you do find that one space is named, and that is one of the ocean city-states. Right up there.
I don't know why. I just try to use my proficiency thing. I don't
Victory.
know. I don't think it's actually like a roll, but like, yeah.
Um,
What's the name? Oh, victory.
Victory, yes.
I mentioned that. I say, interesting. There's only one that is a named location on here. Victory. Is there a reason behind this, or?
Victory is one of the largest, in all reality, one of the largest port cities. It is technically a part of Southern, if you claim that Southern is a continent, but it is a series of archipelagos that
I knew it.
extend
I
off the
fucking
north
called
side. It does extend. The archipelagos do extend further towards Ascension. Ascension is heavily secretive, however. You're not going to find many maps past that point.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Well, I appreciate this knowledge. I jot it down. I make
Yeah.
make note.
There are many Victory is one of the strangest cities you'll ever find. If you do go there, the jungles teem with some of the more exotic races. I've met a frogman from there once.
Badass.
Really?
Yeah, he was an interesting fellow. Traveled all over the world, um, collected strange artifacts. Actually, we gave him one such artifact.
Hmm.
You have many artifacts here.
We've had a couple during our time. The elemental plane is rich with powerful genies and elemental forces, and they are crafters of some amazing materials. And we've been privy to a couple.
I'd be
Most,
willing to do some trading if you have any handy.
I don't. We don't have much in the way of stuff from there recently. Like I said, the portal we closed it 5 years ago. Well, Aurora closed it 5 years ago, and it hasn't really seen the light of day since.
Ah,
No one has traveled within the plane.
very fair.
Interesting. Well, I will say thank you very much for this hospitality and the information on the map. We appreciate it greatly. And
No issue. Um, just so you all know, the long haul is yours. We have 2 rooms available for guests. We can split you all up. Um, some of you will probably have to sleep on the floor, as we're not used to so many guests. But um, I please ask for you all to be comfortable and enjoy your stay in Taivas. We try to be fairly accepting of other individuals.
Hi. Much appreciated. I'll take you up on that offer.
No problem.
I as well.
You see, over the course of this conversation and over the course of you all, talking for the next little bit, they begin to spin the spit with the pig on it as it begins to slowly roast over the course of the next couple hours. As night begins to fall and you all are given, a couple drinks if you so desire.
Alright.
They nothing too fancy. It seems like they have a fairly this place is fairly peaceful, and mostly what they seem to be drinking is like different types of white wines. So you are given like an array of wine to drink. No hard meads or hard alcohols, anything like that. This place is not the type of place.
Wait,
that would grow it.
isn't mead just honey wine though?
Yeah.
But there's no mead.
I mean, no
It's
like
not honey wine.
no like sorry, I meant like beer. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
no
fine.
like no weedy hoppy liquids.
Yeah.
And no like hard like whiskeys or anything like that.
No hard liquor. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're given
I'm-
like plenty of decent drink. Snacks are brought out. Some goat cheese, some crackers, and you all are privy to a decent rest of the evening, as you can ask any more questions of this individual if you so choose.
I ask, do you know what cities around here would be in the dealing with magical items?
Magical items. You're probably looking for something larger. Stone's Hold is second largest city on the continent. They are very likely to have something. Carlos, the capital, would have a good amount. You might find something in Halo. It's right next to Carlos and is one of the larger cities. Yalwick is, it might have something. Other than that, Mosin, Victory, maybe even Gwynelyn. They are Elven. My family is from there originally, but
Alright, thank you. I do have one other question, and this one might be a little bit more obscure.
I
Do
as well.
any old tales or stories have to do with a coven of dreamers or a king of cinder, or dreams turned to cinder and slag?
I've never heard of anything like that.
Insight
mean,
check.
Yeah, make an insight check.
Uh, where is it?
All
Where
the
is
shit, brah. I also,
it? Word.
Word.
Um, he seems fairly truthful.
Okay.
You don't see a hint of lying. He seems genuinely confused when you ask the question. Like he just doesn't he doesn't know those terms. He doesn't seem to know.
Okay.
I as well have a question if you have a moment, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Do you know of any good blacksmiths or renowned blacksmiths throughout the land, or possible stories of the toppest, I guess, the best quality gear that someone could find?
The cream of the
I know that
crop.
Um,
I am not necessarily as a magic user, but I believe that enchanting weaponry or getting some type of enhancement would benefit me as a swordsman.
well, typically, we do have a blacksmith, but he doesn't know how to enchant stuff. It's more for mundane um, items. If you're looking for enchanting magical items like that, Carlos is probably your best bet. I would guarantee that um, the council there probably has dozens of magical artifacts that they've enchanted for themselves. Other than that, I do know one of the other planar portals, the portal of Kree, in particular, is the fire and is the portal for the fire elemental plane. They are renowned blacksmiths.
Hmm.
Many
Where
living.
where would this be?
Kree
What?
is to the north, on the continent of Karrak, um,
Tar-
far to the north.
to the north, the northern continent. Good to know.
Yes.
All right. Badass. We're take a trip to the Brown City, boys.
All right.
Dustin, real quick. My character's not gonna ask, but I'm gonna ask you as a DM. Is the new mechanic that I discussed with you, is that available here or no?
I mean,
I'll let you decide.
you've gotten to that point where you start having those flaws, right? That's part of your level, right? And
Yeah.
I'd say
So I was
yeah.
talking about the. Well, not. Are we talking about the unstable mutations, or are we talking about the other one? There was the other mechanic I was talking about.
The one that you made.
No, it's nothing with my transformation. It's the magical thing. Do you not know, or do I'll just DM?
Yeah, DM me. I
Okay, you generally.
You have a lot of
that's fine.
secret abilities, dude.
All right,
Um,
continue with the story.
From
Um,
this though, oh,
No, go ahead.
sure, Tony. I was going to say I'm going to bed then if
You
there's nothing else going
Oh,
on.
okay.
And well, before we go to
you
bed,
still
I
need
was
to
going to say I
find
think we should.
a way to do it.
Wait, what'd you say?
You would still need to find a way to do it. You haven't-
I'm saying, is the person available to do? I know there's people do it here, like that is a thing. Well, not here. People can do it, as long as you have the stuff for it.
Yeah, but
Or you can
this
buy
place
it.
doesnь seem. Yeah, you'd have to get it. Probably buy it.
Somewhere
or-
else. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably
It-
Kalos.
Yeah, this
not,
place doesn't-
It's not in Taivas. Got it. That's
Yeah.
what I wanted to know.
Like, Taivas is a small village that seems to just protect a planar portal.
Okay.
Most of the people here tend to, be trained in some form of elemental monkism or druidism, or I mean, even maybe rangerism. They tend to be of that category of people.
I do. So I take everyone aside as well. Well, is there any more questions?
Oh,
All right.
nah. I'll ask one of you. I'll ask one of you guys, and
Alright.
I'll ask Alexander. I'll peer into his mind for the. I think it's the first time I'm peering into your mind. Ask him. Hello, sir. Ask him if there's anyone here that speaks in Draconic.
Let's say. Oh, by chance, is there anyone here that speaks Draconic?
Draconic? I believe there's a
Yeah.
dragonborn that we do have, yes.
Who is
Interesting.
he?
We have a spell tome that we were interested in getting more knowledge about. We have the base info for it, but we believe that having an individual that can speak Draconic might be useful to be able to tell us more about it.
Yes. He looks to the gnomish guard. Can you go get Argos, please? The gnome.
Oh, we're doing this right now? That could be bad.
Yeah, see?
Well, I was asking in general, so we can ask, like, the next day.
Oh. Oh,
Like,
okay.
the reason why is because of the.
I
what
tell
the
him, I
book
say, oh,
is,
no, no.
It'd be really bad right now.
It's no important right now. We were just curious. It's already in the evening. Tomorrow though, maybe we'd be able to search this individual out. What is his name?
His name is Argus. But we can just bring him
Oh.
here. The town hasn't gone to sleep yet.
Ah,
I
Yeah,
want
but
to
we
I want to look around and see if there's anybody playing any games, card games, dice games.
Honestly, there's really not many people. Like he kind of he said he had plans, but he kind of put those aside to like
Yeah.
welcome all of you inside.
Yeah.
And it's really only like you guys and one of the guards.
So there's,
It
no
was
one
two
else.
of them.
It's
Okay.
not. It's not a bustling city like Kemner or whatever, or town, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
In fact, it sounds like Taivas is smaller than Kemner. Now that I think about it,
It is.
It is.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I
we
didn't
all.
know.
Yeah, it's
So
much
it's just
smaller.
like a small village
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like
The portal.
Taivas is like literally. If I had to actually say how many houses, I'd say maybe
Less than 10. Medium-sized
maybe
houses.
maybe like 24.
Oh,
I'd go with like a soft 30.
okay. Well, there you go, Nate. 30 houses for Taivas, roughly.
Yeah. Maybe 31.
Alright.
So you have the central house, and then it kind of extends outward along the cliffside on both the left, on one side of the road and the other side of the road. So it kind of, yeah. I'm trying to find something. Any other questions?
Um,
No,
I was gonna
Toto
pose.
lowers his head and just drinks his drink.
I'm gonna pose a question to
I'm gonna
my
post it, Connor.
compatriots, and I say, how long do you think we should stay here? I feel like Yarlwick is where we need to actually go. And since they do not have any really wares to trade, since their sorcerer is gone, I think Yarlwick would be our next best bet.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
You all
I
can
think we're.
I
stay
nod
the
my
night.
head in agreement. Yeah, well,
I
I
think
No,
can
no,
stay
no,
Okay.
no, no, no. We mean stay the night, like you
but
know.
like
Yeah.
leave Tavis right after.
Yeah. Leave
Yeah,
like
yeah,
tomorrow
yeah.
morning.
There's nothing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I do want to make a stop by the blacksmith in the morning and see if he has any wares.
Is there a blacksmith here?
Yeah, they do
Yes.
have a blacksmith for them.
Just not a
Um,
blacksmith.
So, Argos, the Dragonborn, is brought over.
Fuck.
So, do you want him to read the?
Right now in front of all these people?
Yeah.
No. We're gonna wait for a moment. Can we wait until the morning at least before we leave?
Yeah, we're staying the night, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason. Well, first of all, I want to say, you
You-
said don't call him over.
Well, here's the thing. You might have to talk to him. Like it's
Well, first of all, I
Cassian
will
seems
say-
like a nice individual, but he's trying to learn a little bit about all of you too. So like when you
Well,
offered that information, he's like, yeah, there's like
I'm very.
he wants to
hesitant
know
right
about
now.
you guys too.
The-
He
the-
keeps-
the main
I want
reason-
to
the
give
reason
him
why-
something.
Yeah, he does
The
keep
book-
looking over towards Nate's character, who is like slightly more pale than all the Nate and Trevor's characters, who are like slightly more pale. He looks over at Jake
Well,
often, who's
Well,
covered
this
head
is
to
going
toe.
on, and this is going on. I say, well, is there any questions for us? While we're like, waiting there after
And
I finish asking questions.
before anything, I want to mention. So first of all, only me and Jared know what the actual. Well, we have an idea of what the tome does, or not the tome, the book. It
Yeah.
might not even be a tome. Me and Jared, you and Connor don't know anything. So for me to give this small book to a person that can read it out loud, or not out loud, but like read it in this big public area, shit could go down, and I don't want that. I'd rather do it in private. is
That's
what I'm
right.
saying.
It's a fucking evil book,
It's
isn't
not
it?
evil. No, it's not. It's not evil
So,
technically.
I
but,
remember it's a book about how to summon Beholder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta go.
So I
change
don't want
all
to do
this.
that right now.
So,
I'd rather do it in
okay.
private.
That's fair. But you know, Cassian will kind of, you know, having the question offered to him. Any questions for all of you?
Well, big.
I'm curious. Um, you mentioned, what are you going to do in Yalwick? What are you looking for?
See, well, it's kind of an interesting, slightly long story, but I will try to make it quick. But see that all of us here did not originally start, traveling together.
Oh, man,
It
giving a whole
began
life
when
story.
we all kind of woke up with amnesia in a single location, south, about east of Stone's Hold.
You say the no hole.
If you let me see, wait, give me.
It's by the no hole.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I was
just
thinking
north,
like
just north of the.
we're
North.
just around 60 miles east of Stone's Hold. We awoke in ruins. Not really certain how we got there, but we all had the memory of telling us to go to the island off of Kemner. Well, when we got there, we ran into a couple of beasts and found abandoned ruins. And as we went down there, we all were told by some possible deity or something to a riddle. And it seems that that riddle is having us head to Yarwick. See, we're all really not certain how we all ended up here, but I guess we're trying to figure that out. It seems like there's some type of higher being using us for some type of deed or testing our abilities. I am not certain.
Spiller secrets, will you?
Interesting.
I-
I don't know personally much about the deities. Um, but if I were you, all of you, I'd be careful.
Aye, no, we have faced many fearful foes already, and been lucky to come out
Oh,
unscathed.
luck had nothing to do with it. The deity pulled us out of
Yeah,
combat
no.
and put us back in.
Pretty much.
I
he
wasn't
did
gonna
nothing.
say that. I'm gonna make it sound a little bit better. Yeah,
Toto's a little pissed about it.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll speak
Battle
to some
without
individuals and
consequences. Pointless.
I'll speak to some individuals. Maybe I can. I know many people. Maybe something can be found.
Well, we appreciate it. We probably will not be staying here too long, though. I think tomorrow, probably around midday, we will be leaving for Yalwick.
That sounds
To
fair.
continue with our journey.
Um,
But if you come across anything before then, please let us know.
I definitely, and as he's beginning about to say that, you hear a soft on the door. He kind of looks over, and you see the door opens, and you see Chosol, the individual monk-like individual that kind of walked you into this place.
Yeah.
Cassian. He kind of looks up. Yeah. And he kind of walks backwards a little bit, and you see a familiar face, a young half-elven girl
Oh!
wearing overalls.
Oh!
Good shit.
Oh my god.
Give me your boots.
And you see he kind of stands up and begins running towards the door. As she walks in, you see he grabs her, spins her in the air, and then sets her back down, just giving her a big hug. He goes, Aurora, what are you doing here? And she looks up. I have I've brought some guests for you, Dad. She turns around, and you see walking through the doorway, a very impressive figure. Let me get a good description for him. Just so
Is this them?
you see, a very tall, 6'1", yellow-eyed, reddish-brown skin, dark-haired individual that is a full orc. You see white tattoos line his bare-chested body as he walks in into the chamber, and kind of looks like this.
Interesting.
I'm scared.
You see Currently on his side, you see what seems to be like a rod of some type made of like dark um, metals that seems to have like blue, almost swirls lining up it. Um, she kind of looks towards them. This is the Zemejad, the the god of the earth elemental plane.
The
Um,
god of the
uh,
earth elemental
the
plane.
the guard
Yeah,
of
what?
the earth
Oh,
elemental plane.
guard. Oh,
I'm
okay.
about to say like that's huge for a
Um,
little city or town. Or
you
whatever.
see, he kind of like looks over towards this individual. His name is Gamesh. You see, Castian goes, it's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll be back.
Gives a soft bow, and you hear this half orc, full orc individual goes, it's no issue at all.
We're about to fight. What is this?
He kind of steps further into the room. He also
died.
brought his allies, and you see other individuals begin piling in. Probably the one right after him, you see a young human female with reddish hair. She stands about mid height, about 5'5" ish. Middle age, middle 20s, around there. Soft green eyes, tan skin. She seems to be wearing a lot of wizard attire. What?
What's my history? You're
One
about to
second.
get pounced, Jared.
What?
Look behind you. Death.
Someone said howdy.
It is death.
Someone said howdy.
Man's about to jump your dad.
Look behind you.
I said death.
Started running at him and he jumped back.
Wait, did you think I said Jeff or Death? His dad beats the shit out of Jared.
Yeah.
Like just like you just see him pull out
Oh.
the belt and start whipping him.
They just are beating the shit out of you. Should kill you, Jared.
Did you
Fuck.
think I said? Did you think I said Jeff?
I
or
think he
Death?
ripped my nipple off, bro. Fuck.
Hmm.
Well, why? So, boys, so I think I really should just have a skill called, like, instinct or some shit, where I
You're
just.
fucking crazy.
Well, I mean, I want to go with my
Let's-
fucking.
no,
I
That
want to
actually-
say.
Fucking crazy.
No, that
But no,
actually
no, no.
is dead ass a thing I get for my class. Like the Battle Master subclass is actually dead ass an ability I get like coming up soon.
Well, yeah. Well, my thing was because I do it all the time, but I want to say it's from like me fucking growing up.
Father appeared behind him, and they had an epic battle. And
Okay,
then
sorry
Jared was
about that, I'm
talking
back.
about that ability,
Welcome back.
and I
Welcome
told
back.
him that it's actually.
Yeah, but she
He ripped my nipple
seems
off.
to be wearing wizard-like attire. Um, uh, she seems to have a book on her side, long flowing robes. She also seems to have what seems to be like fancy spectacles,
Okay.
currently on, and a strange-looking pendant. Um,
I would like to assess her now that I see her a little bit closer and see if I can see what kind of fields of magic she's interested in. What kind of?
I
What
actually
kind
already
of
did
master
that.
she is?
I already did that when we were on the
Make an
boat.
insight check.
Make an insight check.
No, different person, Jared.
Yeah,
not
it's
not
not the
who you're talking
walking chick.
Oh,
Could
you're
I
talking about
convince you
the-
to make
the
that an Arcana
human.
check?
Sure, make an Arcana check.
Okay. Fuck. It doesn't matter.
Can I do,
God
Ooh,
An 8?
can I
Yeah,
try?
you don't know.
Want me to try an Arcana
Fuck.
check?
Can I scout their power levels with my my
I
instinct?
allowed Jake to do it. Jake,
Okay.
make an Arcana check.
Sure.
Can I,
you-
11. She seems magical,
Guys,
but you don't know how. So,
This is my thing.
so
Can
the
I,
next,
uh,
the
but
next,
it's magic,
no.
Jared.
The
I
next
can use detect
individual.
magic.
We're using an Arcana check.
oh,
I can use detect magic.
It doesn't
All right,
look like
shut
that.
up.
Let's check it out.
That
All right,
doesn't
continue,
matter.
Dustin.
Yeah, Dustin.
So the next individual to walk out is another full orc. You see, this individual seems to be, probably a little bit. Actually, is he a full orc? He might be a half orc. Yeah, he's a half orc. That's the thing. You see, he's probably like middle aged, maybe around 30 years old. About 6'3", blue eyes, very green skin, very black hair. Wears full plate mail from head to toe, and you see the axe that he kind of carries is covered with almost like bluish strings on it, as it looks more like a guitar slightly than an axe at certain points. But it is clearly a great axe.
Bard boy.
Maybe not.
I say, is there more, or is that it?
You also see he seems to wear a pendant, what seems to be like a religious symbol on his chest.
Does it match the pendant that the girl's wearing?
No. His is let me just get it up.
Probably
His
magical item.
specifically, it looks to be some type of harp made out of leaves.
Okay.
It looks a touch more religious. Also, I will do her, so that's kind of what she looks like,
Oh, badass.
You would do her?
and that's what he looks like.
Oh, he definitely looks like a bard with that hat. Come on.
Yeah, either
Yeah.
that or a ranger or something like that.
Full
That's
Nah,
how
he's
you
wearing
talk.
he's
He's a
wearing
bard.
he's wearing full plate and carries a great axe too.
Bard warrior. That sounds
He's
like
multi-classed.
If I had to say, he's a paladin,
Okay.
a paladin of music.
A paladin of music. He's multi-classing, bro.
No,
Oh, his god is just music.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like
Yeah.
that.
That's actually sick as fuck.
um,
All right.
the
I'm
next
just gonna lean back. I'm gonna watch how the.
Oh, there's more?
situation-
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Whoa.
keep chilling.
the next individual is a small
this is
red
the
scaled
party.
kobold. You see,
Kobold.
she has a couple daggers on her side, and with every step, she jangles very loudly. As you can
Wow.
expect, that she probably has a lot of money on her.
Ah, the rich one.
Yeah, she
Just
only
like
stands about
Frodo.
2'5", with like very large green eyes. And you do note that, she seems pretty capable.
I'm scared.
Just
She
by
looks
looking at her,
cool.
and she has a lot of shit on her, like a lot of items.
Do they seem clean?
Oh yeah. Um,
Are they clean?
she
Yeah, like
is.
fresh out of a bathhouse.
The
clean?
next individual is probably one of the strangest you've seen.
Wow.
You see, this individual seems to be almost metallic. Sorry, not metallic. Almost like made of stone in wood. Her face seems to be curved in the like antlers, and is covered with different mosses and fungus that seem to just sprout out around her back. She wears a cape of leaves. And just, it has like almost like roses growing up side of her body. It's like as if she's almost been turned into plants, but she's definitely not. She's not made of flesh and bone. She's made of stone and wood and plant matter. And you do see a strange crawling beetle on her shoulder that seems to like pulse slightly every so often.
I want to make an Arcana check on the beetle.
Sure.
Interesting.
Actually, this would be a nature check.
A nature check. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my, eights.
An
Your
8.
nature fucking sucks. Bro.
It
Go
looks
on,
like
Jared.
Actually,
a
Jared,
big
this would
bug.
be you.
Big
You know,
bug?
it's a big bug about the size of a softball.
Okay.
Jared, can you make a nature check?
Nature?
Do you
I mean, it's not
want-
really that important. I was just wondering if it was a specific magic item as well.
Yeah, and this is kind of what she looks like.
Very cool. Toto's
It's
going to
badass.
discreetly try to put his echo in a dark corner somewhere people won't see it, but
What? What the fuck is this guy doing, bro?
Wait,
bro,
you're
he's
going to
he's
dark.
ready. Well, he doesn't
Okay.
know. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
do.
starting to get-
I do
I'm
sit
starting to
there
get leery.
watching, but I do
And
keep. I do
last
wait on-
but not least, the last
Oh
member
my-
of the party.
so
Whoa.
many.
I
You
wanna
see
flirt.
walking in, like middle early 20s,
Elsa.
tall Goliath woman, with
A Goliath
pale white
woman?
skin. You see bluish tattoos running down her face. Her hair is impossibly long in these long tangled braids. She wears what type of armor actually?
That looks like plate.
I'm gonna throw her
Yeah,
up.
she wears like a breastplate on her chest. She has she has a long sword that seems to be glowing with runic magic, and a large
Ooh,
battle axe on her
Viking.
back.
I like
yeah.
magic. I like it.
She has these icy blue eyes, this beautiful white hair, white blue skin. But the thing that catches all of you off guard the most is that she's incredibly
She has a
tall.
wolf.
She is about 8'5",
Damn.
I just
as
met
she
that
almost
woman.
ducks into the space. Just so you
As a
know,
Goliath should be.
she is dating a female cloud giant. Just like out of context, like
Damn it.
just
Damn
so you
it.
know, it's always funny.
Disappointing.
It's
He
always
said
funny.
hands up.
It's so sad.
Yeah,
I
she's
tried.
taken. But yeah, she's the last one to walk in, and you see the individual
I don't like this.
Aurora that you've seen before. Kind of introduces them all. Gamesh, Seer, Belric, Mebehi, Senti, and Faradir.
Did we have a picture of the girl in the scrubs or whatever?
Which one?
No what?
The main girl
Oh,
that
there
we were
was a-
talking about, the
Yeah,
one
we
that
saw
has
the
the flying
picture.
shoes.
Oh, no, she doesn't have a photo because she's an NPC. But she's a young like brown-haired
Wait,
girl.
NPC?
Her
I
hair
thought- I
extends
thought
down
she
to her
was part of
neck.
the main
I'm
party.
flirting up the NPC.
No, she's
I thought I
she's
thought
an
the
NPC.
NPC was part of
Well, her
your
father's
team,
right.
wasn't she?
She's with them right now, but she's not an actual player, so I don't have art for her. But essentially, she's a brown-haired, somewhat short half-elf girl with long straight hair. She wears simple tunic. There's a couple small burn holes in it. Baggy brown trousers, and looks wholly unremarkable, other than the very dark brown leather boots with light blue swirls emanating across them.
I don't care. I know that she can kick my ass. 'Cause I already know.
I don't like where this is going. To be
She,
honest with
they,
you.
they literally. She was kind of scared of them. I'm
So-
scared of her. I'm scared of everything.
So they introduce themselves, and then they all take a look at all of you,
Oh boy.
looking you all up and
God.
down.
Odo closes his eyes, smiles, and holds his hand up to say hello.
You said that they kind of wave. A couple of them would probably wave back or nod.
I
introduce
wink at the
themselves.
NPC.
Aurora, the 17-year-old girl.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Jared, what the fuck?
He's going to jail.
Boys, we need boys, we need power. She can kill us all.
You're going
I
to
want her
jail.
to join the team, you know?
Come up.
So they begin talking. From what you can gather, as this they talk to each other, that Aurora is the Taivas Jad. Gamesh is the Zenith Jad. He seems to be one of these other people who can control the portal, specifically the Earth Elemental plane.
Ah,
Interesting.
And he is here
okay.
to try and help Aurora with a problem that the town, the reason she ran away specifically.
Yeah.
He talks about an individual called Graylin, the creator and god of planes and portals.
Oh, I know Greyland.
Yes, you do. And says that she has one of his vestiges, and he is looking to collect them because he's met Graylin before, and the vestiges might help him break out of some prison that he is stuck in. They don't know where, but they think that the vestiges can help, and she kind of looks at her boots that you noticed were helping her walk through the sky. They've agreed to help her in the regards of the situation she's in. You all learn that the reason Aurora left initially was because she made friends with an individual called Wendelin. Wendelin was a archaeologist out of Skarn. He came to Taivas to explore the air elemental plane and unlock a couple secrets and investigate some things he was curious about. A couple days went by, and eventually he fled the air elemental plane, running almost through the portal, disappearing without a trace almost immediately, and rushing past where he had just disappeared from. Chasing after him was a giant primordial elemental.
Oh.
Nice. Do we get to fight it?
The Elder Tempest is a giant storm made living. It looks to be a ginormous snake with lightning for eyes and many massive wings made of dark storm clouds. It flew through the portal and ravaged Skarn. That is why she left, as she was too trusting and didn't want something like this to happen again. She closed the portal after banishing the Elder Tempest, but he is still mad. And they are going to go in and help her talk to it and calm it down and figure out what happened.
Oh. Just say, if they need help killing it, say less.
Yeah, they're not gonna kill it. They do talk about how Wendelin is someone they actually know, that he is, and I quote, killed one of them before.
Oh,
Ooh,
Oh,
they're
this
very
individual
strong.
sounds evil. It sounds like we should watch out for him in the future.
They will agree with that. During the course of this conversation, you are made an offer. The air elemental portal being open is dangerous, and when they are busy with the Elder Tempest, other creatures might try and escape.
Oh.
I'm Captain.
Castian
Yeah.
offers you a position to guard the air elemental portal once it is opened, to ensure that nothing untoward comes out of it.
I refuse.
In
I
return,
accept.
I agree.
Oh yeah, in return what?
in return,
I refuse. No, I'm not doing that.
he's going
Okay, then you
to
can sit it
search
out.
through the magic items that they have acquired throughout the years and see if there's anything that you all are interested in.
Oh, yes, I'm there. Johannes doesn't need to go. I'll take his share too, and I'll just attack twice on my turn.
I'll have one other request.
Kinda did. Not a lot. They probably need to get
We have to
screwed,
sit
but I
there
did
and
pop them all
babysit the
back
portal?
in.
We have a quest to do. What are you talking about?
Hey, there's more than enough time to do the quest another
Yeah.
day. Hey, what if this magic
Oh my God.
We have to
equipment that
no.
we could
They,
get...
they never established how long we were.
Let
gonna
us
be
take
there.
a
Are you
vote.
talking? Hold
Well-
on, Johannes, are you talking?
I'm talking. No, I'm talking to you guys right now. Stop.
No, you're not.
Stop role playing it.
I ain't listening.
They
I say
so
I say
they say that this is going to happen tomorrow.
Okay.
That
Oh.
they are going to go into the air elemental plane, and you all are offered to be backup if you so choose to.
What
Wait,
are the
so
odds that
Dustin-
we'll be here tomorrow? I say yes.
Dustin,
I-
is this a permanent position where we actually have to consistently watch it, or is
No,
it just
this
a
is
one-time
this is
thing?
just while the
Yes,
gate is open.
Yes, yeah,
as-
just while they're in there.
They don't know if anything will come out.
Okay,
Um,
then that's
if
different.
it'll be
the way
dangerous?
the way that you said it was
No,
that
they're not-
you're
they're not
saying-
No, I
expecting
understood
to-
that it was like a one-day
No,
I
thing.
did not get.
Yeah,
well,
Yeah,
they're
this
not
is-
different.
this
I'll
is
do
an
that.
offer
I'll
to
do
help
that.
them-
I thought it was a permanent position.
No.
I was like,
This
no,
is
I don't
only
wanna go.
while
We have a
the
quest.
gate is open and they are inside of it.
Like we would have to live and Taivas, like how these
No,
people are
they-
guarding this.
No,
portal.
you're
No,
not
they
going to
didn't-
be
I got.
forced to live in Taivas.
Yeah.
No.
No, he said just while they're in there talking to it, if we could guard the portal. I'm like, yeah, that
I
sounds
guess
easy.
I missed
Ah.
it. If it's just guarding it, make sure shit doesn't come out for this one time.
Ah.
And yeah, I'll do it. I don't care.
Well, I was gonna
That's
say,
completely different.
I say I have one additional request as
Nate, why do you
your
say
offer.
Trevor?
Yes.
I lend
'cause you
you
got
my
eyes
strength
more.
now, and you lend me your strength later. And I reach into my bag to pull out some of the parchment for my contract.
Oh!
Ooh,
Oh!
he's
You
making
deal
the
thing.
contracts.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab something to drink.
Do you think Dustin's gonna let that happen?
I agreed on
I mean, we'll see.
I think it'd be interesting.
Worth a try.
So wait, real quick though, before we continue this, Dustin. So these characters are in this bar talking to us, or bar, whatever we're at.
We're gonna.
It's in his house.
It's not a bar.
Well,
Yeah, it's
whatever,
basically a
wherever
house.
it's at. Have they met us yet, or is this? Or are we meeting them and then the next time they?
They've already
meet
met you
us?
guys.
Yeah.
So what did they say about us?
They knew that
Yeah,
Nate was a vampire, and they thought that maybe Trevor was as well, but they weren't sure. And then I kind of said, no, he looks a little bit different than a vampire. He doesn't look like a vampire.
Where did they think of Connor, me, and Jared?
Um,
I mean, my character's pretty ordinary right now.
Yeah.
yeah, they didn't say much
just
about
curious.
Connor's character. I didn't think he would have his echo out, so I'm gonna go back next session that I'm with them all.
Oh yeah. I don't know if one of them is gonna see it.
They will.
Fuck.
They're, just so you know, they're all level 12s.
Yeah, they're
So,
strong.
Yeah, these are individuals who, like, pretty much all of them are carrying magic items, from what you can tell.
Would I be able to sell them anything? I was thinking about it. I know you can't offer up their gold, so I'm not sure.
What do you want to
Nah,
sell
I
them?
don't think so.
The staff. I've been trying to sell the wand.
I'll offer to them if you want to try.
Yeah, I'll try a little bit of
This is
ready to
going
party
to be like
training.
multiple weeks in the making, but yeah, I'll see if they want the staff. That's a staff for.
It's
The
the
wizard
slot
staff.
one. It's
Yeah.
War Mage +2.
Yeah, and it's for sorcerers, right?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was Blizzard.
Let
I think it's a
me-
wand actually.
No, I think it was a staff. I remember it was. I mean, at least I thought it was a staff.
It's a wand.
Oh.
Yeah, let me make sure to get that
My
right.
asking price is
It's a green
4,000.
slad that you got it from. Slad Staff of Chaos acts as a War Mage +2s in the hands of a wild magic sorcerer. Any other spellcasting class can use it as a arcane focus.
Ooh.
my asking price is 4,000, but I'll be bartered down
Wow.
to.
They don't have a wild magic sorcerer on their team.
Oh fuck! Never mind that.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Damn it.
they're probably not gonna buy it
Yeah,
or trade
that's
for
alright.
it.
4,000 gold, take it or leave it.
I mean, they're filthy rich.
Yeah, they're pretty gross. I agree. They're pretty greasy.
Yeah, they have a giant manor, so they are
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't
pretty
doubt it.
rich.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I knew this place was a fucking archipelago. Nate doubted me. I'm like, nah, this is an archipelago. This screams that.
Yeah,
Um,
it's on the very like this is a continent itself, but there's like archipelago around it.
That's what I yeah.
It's kind of like an Australia vibe, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So what happened? Did you get your contract?
Oh,
No,
I offer him a contract and I explain. I'm a scholarly man and I like things in writing.
I'm a scholarly man.
I
Yeah.
write out in decent detail the offer that I myself will protect the portal. Anything coming out of it will be slain by me and my party. In exchange, the offer that you proposed earlier, the magical item, and I wish to borrow your strength when I am in need.
Define borrow strength though.
Not to you.
No, I know. I know it's not to me. I'm just asking in general though.
Are they asking that? Don't worry
Like-
about it.
like-
Hey, stop being a fucking lawyer, Jake.
I'm
You're
just
supposed to be on his
curious.
side.
I'm just curious about the contract. It's pretty.
You can read it. The NPC can read it. It's
Yeah,
Dustin,
he,
it's the one about HP, the level.
Oh, I didn't read it. I forgot it.
let me open that up. Make sure I have that.
Because like when it comes to strength, I didn't know what you meant. Like, oh, they just teleport to us and help us, or it's like you become level.
Oh
12.
no, you're right.
I don't
Strength is
know.
the wrong word. Fortitude would be better.
There you go.
Okay, fortitude.
Because that I didn't again.
Oh wait, hold on.
Right
Let me
next
use
to
the
that.
keyword. Shit. Essence.
Essence. You have
Barter
keywords
of
in your
essence.
contract to make it binding
Yes.
or something.
I also propose, now of this magical equipment. Now I don't know how strong these creatures that would be coming out of here are, but if we do this, would we by chance be able to look at this magical equipment first? That we'd be able to use.
I
As a
would have
backup?
to go through what we have. I don't fully know. It's been a while.
We have a ton of shit we don't know. Nate's,
I
I know
understand.
it. Nate's trying so hard to know
Um,
what you're doing.
So
trying to
he
get fun.
reads through the note.
I sit with him and I explain it, and I offer to explain anything he wants. I'm very open about what it is.
Yeah.
As a con man should be.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This is
I'm gonna get a beer.
I put my hand behind my head and I smile. Sorry, I'm a bit unconventional when it comes to bartering, but this is how I was raised. I hope you understand.
Okay. This is more than a barter. This is a pact.
Aye.
Beer.
Just trying to make a deal.
So it's a
bro.
one-time thing. Once it's used,
Beer
it goes
day.
away.
It can. We can change the duration based on how long you would like. It can be one-time use if that works for you.
No, I can't float up the 17-year-old.
No,
Get that out of here, Jared.
I will fight you.
Yeah.
I am
Stop
required
making the
to
seduce a dragon thing.
be a strong individual in my community. I am expected to protect all of us. I'll give you 5 times.
I
That's not bad.
take a quill out from my side and make a flick, not touching the paper. Flame inscribes a anecdote to the paper, 5 uses, and I shake his hand and I hand him the quill.
He, just so you know, he read over this. Is there anything untoward about this?
No, nothing untoward. Toto is very straightforward. He will explain anything he wants.
Okay. Yeah, this person is very insightful, and if there's some other devious section of this, it would not have worked.
Toto is all about the fairness of his contracts and making
Yeah.
sure that
It's
people
very
understand.
fair, and he understands it, and he signs it.
Excellent.
Yo, you got your first
You
contract.
conned him!
Yes.
I'm proud
We
of
conned
you.
him,
I'm
yes.
proud of you. No, he didn't con him. He just got him. To
I
sign
grab
a
him by the
contract.
shoulder and I raise my glass. Thank you, friend. We shall be
Where's your
victorious.
contract? Alright.
So does it?
Alright.
So
Let's go to.
how much hit points would be drawn from him? Just
It's
so
a level 1 contract, so it would just be 1.
Just 1 hit point. Just 1 temp.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very weak to begin with.
Yeah.
But. It gets stronger.
So.
Toto is ecstatic at his first sign.
I'm very eager to fight these wind elementals.
What's this character's name again? Sorry.
This is Castian. I can post his name.
Yeah, post it. We want to remember that because I was gonna say side note. If we go to Gwendolyn, I want to name drop him at some point. See, you're like, oh yes, he, friends of this guy.
Hold up. Let me open this.
Oh, I'm so happy we have more of the map discovered. God,
No,
I'm
boys.
just a cartographer boy.
Hear me out. I don't flirt up the 17-year-old,
Oh my god.
but we get a friendly relationship with the 17.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, bro.
Jared,
The
stop,
no, bro, they can kill us.
Alright,
So
hey,
why are you on
I'm
your
gonna-
I'm just trying to add to our party.
No, it ain't gonna happen. Fuck off. Drop it. It ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna fuck the 17.
Alright,
I don't wanna-
I rolled a 17 strength check. I think I knocked Jared out in the back. I hit him in the back of the head, and he's knocked out for the rest of the evening.
Keep
Oh,
whispering
God.
Nate this, and Nate just
I have just gave him a karate chop to the back of the head. He's knocked out. He's gonna sleep.
Sounds.
I'm gonna start
wonderful.
fucking hitting up
How
Johannes.
wonderful.
you keep trying to flirt with the 17.
Johannes, baby boy, what a do.
You're sleeping. You're
Anyway.
asleep.
Anyway,
This is my
um,
dream.
I
This is
think
my.
I think we should follow my compatriot Skiffle's, you know, lead and go to bed if we are going to be up early tomorrow.
Yeah, he had too much to drink.
We have a
Yeah,
very busy
um,
day.
I literally have not said this out loud. I was just talking to you guys.
Yeah, we were pretending you were whispering.
We know, but we put you asleep for a reason.
Good, good. Just because I look like that. Got it.
So, yes, I bid everyone a wonderful evening. I go
they
to-
this party they they call themselves just so you know.
They have a name.
Yeah, they do have a party name.
Oh,
They are the Avant Garde.
The
the
avant-garde.
avant-garde. That's kind of sick. That's
Rather
kind
snooty.
of
Yeah, and their ship is called the Spice Rack. Because their old name used to be Gingers Are Spicy.
Gingers are spicy.
Yeah,
We gotta
they
come
went through a couple bad names.
Well, we'll get to that name part later, Nate.
All right.
It's- that's-
So I
that's
take
really
it the
good.
session's like basically over now. Can we just talk about other things?
No.
Well, are we? I don't know.
No, we
I
still
mean,
have
it's
to waste
already,
more
like,
time.
5:20. They gotta.
Well,
Unless
I'm
you
gonna.
guys
I
are-
have a specific place I want to end this. So
Oh,
they
good.
Oh,
they are
yeah,
offered
I know
they are
what you
offered a room
Yep. We go to the room.
within.
Yeah.
Well, they are as well. They turn it down, however, as they all go outside, and you see the red-haired woman, the wizard,
Bro, they're gonna
takes
do it.
out her
Stop
book,
me.
reads a few words, and a
No
60-foot tower spawns right across the street.
I knew it.
Damn it! I'm so jealous.
Um,
I'm sick as fuck.
And they go to sleep in a in a tower.
You have a wizard, badass.
Yeah. Specifically conjuration.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
All right,
So I do
on
wanna
that
make it
note,
clear, though, so since we're all
I'm
going to bed, I'm gonna stay up though because of my feet. Something of the moon. Which is every long rest. I can't be forced to go to sleep. So instead, I get to, like, be on watch, read a book or something, and I get the effects of a long rest. I could just post in the chat if you want me to, but
Yeah.
during this time though, I'm gonna try and read the little book that we got. See if I can try and describe it in any way.
I'm also gonna sleep on the ceiling.
Okay, Nate.
Just
Okay.
fuck it, bro.
I sleep
We're all
normally in
doing
my
this-
bed.
If we're doing weird shit, well, they said some of us have to
I'm not
sleep on
doing
the
weird
floor.
shit.
I'm
I
gonna
just
sleep on
don't
the
sleep
stool.
anymore.
I just go outside and go sleep on a tree.
Well, you no longer need to sleep. You can.
You're knocked the fuck out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys just knocked me out for no reason.
I tie you to the ceiling with me.
Yeah, you're laying with Nate in the ceiling.
Snuggle buddies.
Real quick though, so since we're sleeping and I'm reading this book, could I try and make an Arcana check to try and transcribe the book a little more?
Go ahead, make an Arcana check.
I know it's Draconic as a language, but I thought if I'm sitting up for 8 hours, I assume I could get something. God fucking damn
Well,
it again.
Nat 1, baby. Let's go.
All right, real quick. Well, since we're doing that, That obviously doesn't work. Don't need to describe it. I'm gonna roll a D100 and let's see what my unstable mutation's gonna be.
Ooh, 23.
What is that?
That's pretty good.
Let me check. it
I'm
out.
gonna copy it and I'm gonna paste it in the new
23.
the flaw. That's not bad, actually. I did it randomly, by the way. I didn't place it in
Okay.
a certain order.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. All right, we're good.
All right. Next
Nice.
morning.
So the next morning, you all eat a easy to digest meal, and follow outside the other party, the avant-garde, as they walk with Aurora towards the low-lying portal. So let's drag you to a map.
Oh, we're gonna start fighting! Yeah, baby! Yes!
So you start walking towards this low,
Wow, this is pretty cool.
spinning, swirling vortex. You see soft juts of lightning seem to shoot out, crackling around the space. And you see Aurora, who I finally have a token for.
Oh,
Okay.
I skipped it. Shit.
It's pretty cool. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal.
Oh,
I was
sick.
gonna say, imagine a pirate like using electricity.
A rapier.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just like a fairly normal. She doesn't have a rapier. She has a dagger though.
Okay.
Um,
Let's start.
it's just
this
the best
shit.
token I could find of her. So you see, she walks over to the portal and takes her single hand and puts it in. And this portal is fairly low lying. It seems to be like only about 6 feet off the ground, as it's like almost a small spinning vortex of air. But you begin to see the wind begin whipping around the space. You see the other party kind of readies themselves. You see like green tendrils of magic emanating off the hand of Ganesh, the full orc. You see the wizard takes out her book. You see 2 daggers come up from the small kobold. You see Belric, the half-orc, takes out this large great axe that seems to have strings across it. You see the plant-looking Warforged kind of just stands there, almost like magic at the fingertips. And you see a large battle axe in one hand and a long sword in the other hand. The tall, giant woman, Faradir, readies herself. And you see the winds twist and spin as this low-lying 6-foot-tall portal begins shooting into the sky. The spinning vortex of just angry air begins going 12, 30, 45, 60, until eventually this spinning tornado is 100 feet tall and matches the peak of the entire mountain. A spinning vortex of lightning and wind.
We're gonna fight a god.
And with
No,
it,
they're gonna fight a god.
she looks back towards all
Funny
of you.
shit.
She looks
Well,
back
we're
towards
gonna
all of you.
Fight the minion. We're gonna fight the
Yes.
minions that come out of it.
You see Aurora, this 17-year-old young woman, looks towards all of you and says, "The runes on the rocks will keep them at bay, but not for long. They will easily be able to break out and hit the town. The guards will try their best. If they are still violent, that means we are not successful yet. They share in the will of the stronger elementals. Be wary. They might be powerful."
Worry
I,
not. We shall protect the town.
But they're not done yet. I got it.
I slapped my shield against my halberd.
I say, worry not. We shall protect the town while you are gone. I wish you guys luck on your mission.
You hear some like slithering noise, or not slithering, like a slip, like tentacle.
You hear that type of noise going on?
And
We should spread out, men.
Yeah.
you see all of them begin jumping into the vortex. And immediately upon stepping through the gateway of air and lightning, they all begin to, one by one, disappear into the void, not to be seen again.
Skiffle, go over there, Skiffle.
Yeah, Skiffle, go up here.
Go somewhere else, Skiffle.
Yeah, we want to try to spread.
Get the
Pretty
fuck away
good.
from me, bro.
Oh, well, now we're all gone.
Yeah, what happened?
He moved this, don't worry about it.
He's
We're
setting it
about-
up.
I'm ready to kill some lightning beasts.
I'm actually gonna get a little further.
I think Trevor would get here with his bow and get behind this. Like, is this a tree or a stump?
That's a
That's a
stump.
stump.
They've cleared
That's
the
definitely
trees.
a stump.
Damn it.
There's
Alright,
nothing to
well,
hide behind here.
What way is
Yeah, I
towards the? Oh, the village is actually behind us. Where's this
Yeah.
lead
Behind
to?
Toto.
Where does this go? Where does this go?
That seems to be the mouth of a large cave, and it seems to extend further into the mountain.
Oh, so we don't need to protect over there. That doesn't matter,
No,
right?
I'm just going at the top end.
No, you don't actually. No one really talked about what was in the cave.
Oh man, I forgot to ask about the cave. I hope
Yeah,
it's
we can
nothing bad.
explore it later.
So as
Yeah, let's
the
try to get.
large portal shifts up high in the air, you all ready yourselves, waiting. And you wait for 1 minute,
And then you roll for initiative.
2 minutes,
Hey, Skiffle.
3
Come over here,
minutes.
try to get.
Well, I mean, we don't have to go that far away because we're just
Well, no,
guarding
I
that
was-
one section.
Yeah, we have to guard the.
And
Well, like they can come anywhere from over
you
here.
all continue to
Yeah.
wait.
It's fine, Nate. It's fine.
And eventually, you start to hear a strange sound after maybe about 5 minutes just surrounding this portal, waiting for something to come out, something to happen.
Bruh, I need help too.
And it's as if there is a larger storm around you.
Nate, pull it back.
Seeming almost like coming from the portal itself. You hear stronger winds, and you begin to feel the wind picks up slightly, and you see the
I
lightning
dig my heels into the ground and try to keep my footing.
juts out further and further around the portal. As suddenly you begin to see shapes moving in the wind as something begins to come out of the portal. And you all ready yourselves
It's the
as you
gods.
see a bolt of lightning streaks from the front of the portal high into the sky as the entire portal begins to light up with lightning energy as it crackles and shifts. Something is here. And that something will be fought next session.
Damn it!
I knew it was gonna happen.
Excellent.
I knew it. I had a feeling.
Oh man, I should send my echo in the portal. I don't know how it interacts with different planes though.
It probably doesn't work then.
I was gonna be like, I'm jumping in the portal. I'm jumping in the portal.
I knew he was gonna end it right there. Shit.
Yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed.
It was very
Um,
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great time.
Sorry we weren't able to start at 1, but you know,
It happens.
Next week we'll have a good time.
oh yeah, next week a full
Hopefully.
session. So, yeah, thank you guys.